to the cloud. I'm sharing my screen. All right. Hi, everyone. This is Makayo. I'm doing a walkthrough for Lab 7. In Lab 7, we looked at vector analysis, overlays, proximity, and extraction. So we'll mainly be using the tools data tab, analysis, clip, buffer, and dissolves. We've used some of these tools in the past, so we should be familiar with some of them, but if not, that's okay. We'll get through it. So then, whoops, sorry, a little bit too far zoomed out. Trying to go to the instructions. All right, so one asks us to create a new map for moose habitat throughout Utah. We need to connect to the Lab 7 geodatabase and add data detailing the moose habitat, trailheads, major roads at the University of Utah. And we don't add trails for right now. All right, so then let's go to our view banner, catalog pane. Let's right click on databases, add database, and then I have mine in my downloads. If you opened Arc first and then downloaded, make sure you click on refresh. The file system is not the greatest, but then let's click through it, click on OK. Let's expand this out. So let's add the University of Utah point, the Utah major roads, and the Utah moose habitat. We don't want the trailheads or trails for right now, so let's zoom in. Alrighty then. So we've got a base map with the shape of Utah. We've got a moose habitat polygon, the University of Utah point feature, and we've got some road line features. All right. So number two asks us to create a definition query on the moose habitat to include only those areas considered spring/fall habitats. So just like we've done earlier semester, let's go to our contents panel, right click on Utah moose habitat, properties, definition query, new definition query, and remember our syntax where our season is equal to spring/fall. We click on apply, green check mark, good to go. Now we can see our reduced feature right here already. So cool. Now let's go number three. Three asks us to create a 60-mile buffer on the University of Utah point feature, and that will act as a restriction for which trailhead to choose based on the distance from the university. So then let's go to our analysis banner up top. Let's click on tools, and then let's search for buffer. Analysis tools. Our input features is going to be our University of Utah point. Our distance is 60 miles. And planar, we're not dissolving anything. Let's run it. And just like that, we've got a 60-mile circle around our point. We can already see that there's parts of the moose habitat that are intersecting, so this will be a good restriction for our points. All right, so then that's 3, 4. 4 asks us to clip the trailheads to the 60-mile buffer to create a reduced feature. All right, so then I think it's safe to say we can add our trailheads. So then we're going to right click, add to current map. And okay, so you can see what we need to intersect this figure. We have a lot of points that are occurring outside of our 60-mile buffer. So then let's go back to our tool, and then let's back to our tool and search for clip. Analysis tools, our input feature for this. So then if we hover our mouse over this eye, it'll give us the parameters, the features to be clipped. So then we're trying to clip our Utah trailheads, and then our clip features, the features to use to clip the input features. So then that'll be our University of Utah buffer, and let's run it. And if it doesn't change, that's okay. Let's go to our contents and then deselect our first Utah trailheads. And just like that, we can see that we've got a reduction in the amount of points on our map based on the 60-mile buffer zone around our point. So that's 4, 5. 5 asks us to clip the remaining trailheads to only those that intersect the moose habitat. So then here's our moose habitat, and this is what we're looking to intersect with. So then again, we're in our analysis banner. Let's go to tools, and then let's search for clip again. No, we're intersecting, right? Clip the remaining trailheads. Yeah, we're clipping it, not intersecting. So then again, we're clipping our Utah trailheads clip with our Utah moose habitat. So then our Utah trailheads clip. Let's run it. And then let's deselect our Utah trailheads clip. So we only have our Utah trailheads clip. Sorry, it's just a silly naming convention. All right, so we've clipped them. We have the points that are only active within our moose territory. And then 6 asks us to create a half-mile buffer on major roads and dissolve them into a single feature. Oh, here's where we intersect. There we go. All right, so then we're going to go back to our tools. We're going to search for buffer, analysis tools. Our input features is going to be our major roads, so the Utah major roads. Our distance is going to be half of a mile, so 0.5. Yes. Our side type can stay the same, end type method. We're changing our dissolve type, so we're dissolving into all these features into we're dissolving all these points into a single feature. So then let's run it. Bum, 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 bum. Cool. Let's zoom in. And we can see we've got driving trail right here. That's crossing through our moose habitat. All right. So then that was like 6A, 6B, or the next part of the instructions asks us to intersect this new feature with the fall moose habitat to create a feature showing potential driving areas where moose can be spotted near campus. So that sounds a little confusing, but that's okay. Let's go to our tools. Let's search for intersect, analysis tools. All right. So then we have our Utah trail. No, we want our moose habitat. Moose habitat alongside our half-mile buffer zones. All right. And that's what we got to intersect. So then our output feature class will be Utah moose habitat intersect. We're joining all attributes, and our output is same as input. Let's run it. And it's running. Ooh, cool. So we have a little space that's showing up right here that's a different color. And these are the spots where our polygon, our lines, our buffers, our points are all intersecting. So then, yeah. 6, 7. 7, create a layout map showing the fall moose habitat that includes the intersecting trailheads, major roads, and major road buffers that intersect the moose habitat. Use an extent that centers on the subset of trailheads created in this lab. So that tells us that our study area is going to be our moose habitat. And then we have our intersecting trailheads as these points. If we add our Utah trails to the map, we can see that each of these points has trails that lead off into the wilderness and stuff. So a lot of these trails are really accessible, actually. So it is, recommended to go check them out before they're all gone forever, because climate change is real. Yeah. So then I'm going to go back to my contents and then deselect the Utah trails. And now we're going to make a layout map. So let's go to the insert, new layout, letter. Let's go to our map frame. And then let's add our map right here. And okay. So what does this map tell us? So, I mean, we could actually reduce the amount of figures on this map, potentially. A layout map showing locations of trailheads and driving routes for spotting mooses. Pieces of mooses. So then could we do, no, not that one. What about, no. And then, no. There we go. Nope. Yes. Okay, so then we're just gonna keep it this way. So I took off, ooh, ew, no. I took off the Utah trails, so I'm left with the Utah major roads, the Utah major Utah moose habitat intersect, and the Utah major roads buffer. So we're good, actually. We're good. Let's activate this map, and then let's right click on Utah moose habitat intersect, and then let's zoom to layer. Oh, that's really close, actually. So then that's where we go back to the deliverables and double check. So then we're just trying to show the locations of the trailheads and driving routes for spotting moose. So then this, actually, no. There we go. Ooh, but that's disorienting. So then if we're looking at our points have the widest range between each other. So normally we would zoom to those, but I think if we zoom to this intersect, why is it getting us so close to it though? No. Yes. Oh, okay. So yeah, so I have my Utah moose habitat, University of Utah buffer, my major roads buffer, the habitat intersect, major roads, and the Utah trailheads clip. And I zoomed to the extent of the Utah moose habitat, which after our definition query is only as big as this. And I feel like this is a pretty good extent. So then I'm okay with that. So then to get out of this activated map frame, I'm gonna click back. And then I'm just gonna add my north arrow like normal. Dun, 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 dun. Put you in the corner. The scale bar, put you in the middle. Yeah, a little bit more. All right, we'll go have, and then legend. All right. So then if we look at our legend, we can see that we need to edit this because we've got, as awesome of a naming convention as it is, we've got Utah trailheads clip, Utah underscore major underscore roads and all that good stuff. So then let's go to our contents panel and then let's double click through, go to general, and then just edit these, please. So I'm just gonna delete all the underscores. So I mean, you're gonna be doing this in any kind of GIS work that you do. I just finished a nonprofit map, a map that I was doing for a nonprofit. And I had to do, well, not had to, expected. Or I feel like it would look sloppy if I turned in something that had the underscores and wasn't obviously edited. So then let's just do that, do this. Utah major roads buffer, yes. University of Utah buffer. And then for the Utah moose habitat. All right. So then looking at this, we've got no underscores. Can we take off the Utah moose habitat? No, we cannot. So, we're just gonna change this color because that's bugging me. Let's make it like an orange or something. So it's really ooh, there we go. So then this is properly highlighting our study area and communicating our results to our stakeholders. So let's insert rectangle text, and then let's insert a title. So then this is fall, spring, moose habitats near 60 miles of the University of Utah. All right, then let me format that so I can get a bigger font. Let's try 28. Oh no, let's try 22. That's better, but let's do 20. Yes. So I'm gonna drag this down, make sure it's centered, and okay. So then this is our first deliverable, a layout map showing the locations of trailheads and driving routes for spotting moose. 2, our second deliverable is a short write-up describing a potential route to and from a trailhead one could take to maximize their chances of spotting a moose. Which roads would one take, what trailhead to start at, and what trail would one hike, use or provide a trails feature to examine the trail starting at the chosen trailhead. I think that might as well. So then I'm gonna right click and add Utah Trails to this map. Let's activate this one last time. And let's just click on this trailhead, Telephone Hollow. And the road is Highway 80, 40, multiplied by 2s. And yeah, so then I think I would choose, not that one. Make the point, please. There we go. I would choose Telephone Hollow. It's close to a road. The trails start off right here, and then it ends close to a road too. So, as ironically geographically challenged I am as a geographer, I get lost very easily. So, yeah, that's why I would choose. But don't pick mine. Please check out your own maps. So then let's right click that. Wait, can I just go back to the previous extent? There we go. Perfect. So then again, sorry, moose. And let's deselect trails. And cool. This is your first deliverable. Your second deliverable is that discussion. And yeah, that is Lab 7. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I hope you all have a great spring break. All right, bye.